Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 15th episode of the Closers Podcast. I'm your host, Marco Alvarado, and we are here today. I actually have a co-host today. He was on the podcast before. He was on the most listened to podcast to date, where his two other best friends were on with him. None other than Carlitos, Tito, Salamanca. Welcome back, brother.
Thank you for having me back, dude. I appreciate you having me here. And
yeah, you're the reason why the real guest is on today.
The
collab. None other than Elk Grove and Sacramento's own lyricist, K. Hella. Welcome on, man.
What up, fam?
And I'm excited to have you on. You're the first musical guest that I've had on, other than my dad, but I mean, that doesn't really count.
Squad.
Yes, yeah, I know, right? Squad. So, let's see. So, how are you doing today, man?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Is it?
As Mr. Rogers would say.
Yeah, that's a great response. Love it. It is a beautiful day. It's a nice, moderate 79 degrees, right?
I thought it was hotter than that.
The real question is, how are you?
I'm good. I'm feeling all right. We have some beer here. You're on coffee. He just ate some In-N-Out. So I think we're all feeling pretty refreshed.
Has anyone asked you how you were feeling yet on a podcast, or am I the first?
I think you're the first.
Southern
hospitality.
That is
very very hospitable of you. Wow, that's really nice. But yeah, no, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. So, K. Hella, how long have you been doing music for?
Releasing a year and 2 weeks technically, because that was like my first release. But I've been making it since I was like 12.
Oh, really?
So yeah, I just was too nervous to put it out because I felt like everyone was gonna hate me, and then you realize that's something you create in your head after a while. So you're like, I just got to start putting it out.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Sleeping on myself.
And how old are you now?
23, dude.
Really?
Yeah, Jordan year, LeBron, whatever. Anthony Davis, I don't know.
Anthony Davis.
So music for about 11 years?
Yeah, pretty much. Because, I mean, like, when I was in... So, it's kind of hard to say, like... So, I had a PS1, right? And they had MTV Beatmaker. It was like a game you could get.
Yeah.
And you would just, like, play loops and stuff. So, technically, I used to do that all the time when I was, like, 7. And I played guitar and, like, all that stuff. But actually making music and, like... with the intent of making a song probably started in like 8th grade, 9th grade, the summer to 9th grade.
Oh, nice. Where'd you go to school? You went locally? Yeah,
I went to Dillard and Wilton for elementary, and then Albione, and then Pleasant Grove.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. That's totally cool. So, a year ago and 2 weeks, right? Is that when Shift came out, your album?
Yeah, pretty much. July 6, 2018.
Sick. That's awesome. And how has your life changed ever since the drop of that?
More stressful, because now I feel like I have to live up to the hype of like being better than the first time, but also it's like very reassuring when someone I don't even know reaches out to me and is like, I like your music. Mm-hmm. And it just makes you feel more confident, even like, I'm not a huge fan of the project now, but just saying I put something out and now there's a foundation for anything to follow is great. So
yeah, that's really cool. So when you were making that album, how long did it take you to fully like flesh out everything and like know what you wanted to put out? Was that process? Because I know for me that process took forever. I just kept playing with stuff and kept messing around.
Yeah, I mean, so it kind of depends. Like technically some of the beats on there are like 3 or 4 years old, but then I didn't start recording till like March of 2018. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't record anything from like April to May. Like I didn't do anything because I was in school. And so it was really just like the end of May to the end of June that I did all the recording and mixing and stuff. But like most people will record like 30, 40 tracks and then take like 10 of them, you know, like they always say, like record as many as you can. I only recorded like 10 and used 8. So I'm just kind of a perfectionist where if I'm going to work on it, I have to finish it, which I'm realizing now I need to stop doing because I'll spend like 12 hours on a song and then not even like it and not use it.
Yeah,
so.
And then that's just time.
Yeah,
gone.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, that makes sense.
So just real quick, that break that you had for school, was that kind of the inspiration for the skit with the voicemail?
Oh yeah, dude, that's funny that you said that. That guy I met playing 2K like 8 years ago.
Oh really?
I don't even know him. He lives in like somewhere outside of Philadelphia, I believe.
Oh, it was online. Yeah. It was an online thing. Like
yeah,
playing like Xbox Live and
yeah, and I was playing 2K on PS3. and like I met that dude and this other guy who lives in outside of Boston, I believe in Lynn, Massachusetts or something.
Yeah.
That's the homies, and he wanted to be on the project, so I couldn't think of anything, and I was like, oh, we need to do a skit. And then I was like, just leave me some voicemails. So he left me those, and I just held it up to the mic and recorded it.
Wow.
And we make fun. I'm going to put this on record because we make fun of him. If you listen to it again, the first 2 voicemails, he's normal. And then for whatever reason on the third voicemail, he has like a New York accent out of nowhere. It's hella funny. So we always give him shit for
And he's
that.
from Massachusetts?
Yeah.
And he has a New York accent.
Yeah,
That's
if you listen to it again, because he's like, I've been in the gym for 2 hours. And it's like, why did you even say it like that? I don't understand.
And he just called you?
Yeah, it was like, because I just kept bugging him to leave me a voicemail. He wouldn't do it. And then eventually I woke up and I had voicemails. Because he's on the East Coast too.
Right.
So 6 a.m. for him is like 3 here.
Yeah.
So I was like out cold. And then I woke up and realized he left voicemails. So that was
that's
pretty
hella
cool.
cool.
Yeah,
How
he came through.
Who are some of the notable people in the Sacramento scene that helped you like with that album? Did anybody give you any sort of like tips, any mentorship to like set you on your way, or was everything just kind of pulled up by your bootstraps and just did it yourself?
It was pretty much me. So my friend Austin, he's going to be on here as well.
Homie.
He's the one who like basically taught me how to make beats in like 8th grade because I went to his house and he was on Fruity Loops and I was like, what is that? And then I went home and downloaded it.
Dude, FL
and so
Studio.
yeah, dude. So I let him listen to the whole thing first and he gave me some feedback. And then there's another guy who produced the track Falling, Ben Murray. Mm-hmm. He pretty much gave me that beat and then also listened to a lot of the songs. But then my roommates, honestly, more than anything, because every time I make something, they'd either hear it really loud in my room or I play it, because we have speakers that aren't really good quality in the living room. So I'd play it there just to see, like, what does it sound like on not a good speaker? And so they would hear pretty much every song and give me feedback. So, like, there were a couple of times I thought I had a song finished, and they were like, that verse was kind of weak. And I'd be like, all right, let me go rewrite it, and then do it again.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, other than that, like, my girlfriend, for sure... even though she's not in the music scene, if it wasn't for her, I would have doubted myself too much and probably not even put it out.
Oh, yeah. You need that support. If you don't have the support, then it's really hard to do anything.
Yeah, the problem with me is sometimes I'll be like, are they supporting me because they like me or do they actually believe in my music? You know, because it's like... You're definitely your own biggest critic, and there's times where I'm like, I feel like everyone's just being nice to me because they want to see someone they know succeed, but do they actually enjoy this content? Is it something they can vibe with? And like, it kind of goes to show when you do a show, and not that many people know words at first, but then like the last show I did, hella people knew words, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't even know they listened to this like that.
That's hella cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the last show you did was that one for like right after 4th of July, right?
Austindependence Day.
Yeah,
Shout out my boy Austin.
At the Colony, right?
Yep.
Yeah, shout out the Colony. Under new management.
Yeah, that's right.
How was that? I was playing that show. How was that experience?
It was cool. That venue, so like next door is the Colonial Cafe or whatever, and that's like the more legit concert venue. This one's like super hole in the wall. Like when you walk in, there's a trash can facing the door and it said "fuck Trump" written on it. So you're like, oh, this sets the tone, I guess. Like this is pretty cool. I didn't even ask, is cursing permitted? Or
you can say whatever you want.
Oh, cool. Fuck Trump. No, I'm just kidding. I really don't have a political view there. But yeah, it was really cool. I just wanted to put that out there, so people aren't listening like, oh, he's an asshole.
Oh,
but, yeah, no, that place is cool. And it was really like grungy kind of. So it felt cool to play rap there because it felt like it belonged there, if that makes sense. And then like we had the DJ going off and like, I don't know. It just felt like a really cohesive environment, honestly.
Oh yeah, I've been to so many shows at the Colony. A lot of like hardcore shows are played there, but I know they're trying to get more rap in there. So it was really cool to see that you played at that venue.
Oh yeah,
I've been going to that for years.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was like all rock people on like the coming up dates kind of thing. So yeah.
But that's really cool. I know that they just opened up the kitchen, so finally like you can go and get food there now.
Yeah,
which is pretty cool. So how did you get on the bill for that? Is just because of Ostier or?
Yeah, pretty much. Like Osti just put the show together because he put a project out not too long ago, and he just hit me up. And it was nerve-wracking because I've never done a set that was more than 15, and I was on stage for like 45 probably.
Oh, damn.
So, but I brought some friends up too to kind of like ease the stress a little bit. Because I never feel nervous thinking about a show, but when I'm about to get on the stage, I feel like terrified.
Oh, yeah.
But it's just like, I think it's just something subconscious because I still felt confident, but I also felt like I had to throw up at the same time. It was like really weird. I was like, I'm going to die right now, but then it's fine.
I feel that.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So, so taking it back. So when you first started, when did you first know that this is what you wanted to do? Like you wanted to do music and that it was a passion of yours?
I feel like I can't really pinpoint a date, but I made like my first song that I showed anyone in 10th grade. And like, I was on the same exact lyrical skill level as I am now. I just didn't sound as confident. So when I showed people, they were like, this is really good. And then I started listening to a lot of Jay Dilla, who's like my ultimate inspiration of all time.
Oh, okay.
And so like, there's just a certain point where it transitioned from like a love of the art to like, I can't live without it kind of thing.
Right.
And then like, now I just make it every day. Even if I'm at home, if I get off work, I'm going to make it till 2 a.m. It's like, it's been that way for years. So I would say probably like the end of senior year, I was like, yeah, I can't. Even if it's not what I do as a career, I have to do this all the time to feel good. And like mentally, I have to be creating something.
Oh yeah.
So Dilla's your main inspiration.
For sure, yeah.
He as you said, you're a, how'd you say, student of the fundamentals?
Oh yeah. I don't know what that line was, but you're right. Something like that. Yeah, basically like he is the best to do it hands down in terms of production. And then I'd say like my main inspiration in rap was Nas for the longest, just because multi-syllable rhymes are my favorite and he does those so effortlessly and was one of the first to do it on like a wide scale on every song.
Yeah.
So yeah, those two right there, that's it.
That's really cool. What when like did you know that you kind of had something like, because I saw that music video you did to promote Shift, and it looked like you had a lot of people like in your corner, like that you invited over to record it and everything. Like,
oh yeah.
Like did you to do that specifically, did you just say like, hey, I'm recording a music video, like come through, or were they all kind of like, or like, I mean, okay, are all those people in that video, like, are they all people that influenced you in the music, or are they just like homies that were just there?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was like we wanted to do a release party at the house, and so I live with 3 roommates, and there's no like parental figures at all, so it's just chilling all the time. And so we figured we might as well have everyone that we care about over. So even if I didn't know them, if my roommate, it was someone they cared about, we kind of just treated it like, even if this gets one play, we're just going to celebrate it like it's the biggest achievement because it feels so good to finally do it. So everyone there was someone, actually it ended up being people that I know and I'm close to. So everyone in the video that you're talking about, the fadeaway where I'm like on the table and stuff, that's just all like legitimate friends.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really cool. It was like an awesome vibe. And it was like accidental that I broke the table in the video. So we just kept going because I was doing that viral shoot dance, you know, that everyone does. Yeah, I broke the table and that was really funny. But it was like really organic. And we did shoot a music video a couple weeks before that. My friend Larry has been doing YouTube for years.
Shout out to Larry.
You guys have probably seen his videos.
Yeah.
He had like a couple 100,000 subscribers for a while. And then yeah, like we had a song that got, I think, like a couple thousand, maybe 10,000 views or something.
Oh,
but
shit. What was that song?
Respect Women 2K17 or something like that. Yeah, it was just goofy stuff, you know? But yeah, it's always like, we'll always end up doing some sort of collaborative effort at the house where we just tell everyone we know to come over in
that's
some regard. Cool. But that night just ended up being really a genuine celebration. And then out of nowhere, Larry was like, all right, everyone start dancing, and then that video happened. So
really?
Yeah, it was
That's
really
sick.
Cool. We didn't plan it whatsoever.
That's really cool. So, what does it take, like, to, like, get to know people within the scene for anybody that's starting out? That anybody that wants to kind of, like, put their music out there too scared and they don't really have any connections within it. Like, how do you start?
It's hard to say because I'm really not that good at networking. I just, like, the couple people that I know, like Austin, are. So they kind of do the introduction for me. But if you're a shy person, then meet a friend who's also in the same thing and then go with them everywhere. You feel more comfortable with someone next to you. But if you're by yourself and you're just renegade, going to meet as many people as you can, just go to any event that you can and introduce yourself, even if you feel awkward. Because the good thing about it is the more you do it, you're not going to feel awkward. And the longer you're in music, naturally you get more confident. So a year ago when I was meeting people, I'd be like, yeah, you know, I kind of do music, but kind of like, you know, giving that like area of uncertainty. But now I'm like, oh yeah, I rap. Because it's like, you're always insecure about the fact that like there's probably 1,000 rappers in a couple mile proximity in Sacramento. But it's like once you feel like what you're doing is worthy and you can convince yourself that even if you don't like the song, there's people who like it, which is why it never gets old when people tell you they appreciate your music.
Yeah.
It just gets a lot easier to like meet people and just push. Because actually I was watching a Gary Vee video. I'm not a huge follower of him, but I do have him on Instagram.
Right.
And he was like, start DMing people that you look up to. Even if like they're not gonna respond, you can DM 1,000 people and you might get one response.
Like Lil B.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do. Little B, this fool, you gotta tell him that story.
Oh,
Dude,
what?
That's crazy.
Yeah, what's the story?
So Lil B, he's like,
No way.
his Twitter these days is super goofy to me.
Yeah,
Like,
it's always been, dude.
Super random. Yeah. Just super random.
So he puts out, so like a few days before he put out this tweet, he said like, shout out to everyone in Sac. Like, you
I
guys
didn't even
rock.
notice that.
Yeah, so he put that out, and I was like, oh man, like, that's pretty cool. And then a few days later, he's like, hey, like, if you know someone or you have music, like, send it to me. Like, I want to see what's going on. So I'm like, all right. So I shoot Lil B a DM. Don't even really follow this guy on Twitter, but I saw it. So I was like, you know what? I got to do it. So I'm like, hey, this is my friend. He's from Sacramento. Like, he raps. You should check him out. And this guy, Lil B, responds.
What?
Yeah,
No way!
Let me pull up the DM because
That's so fucking crazy.
I'm not doing K hella justice by telling the story.
Dude, now you are. I mean, literally, he pretty much just said, I love it, which I don't know if he actually listened, but he says he loves everything.
Yeah.
And then he said he wants
But
to
he
work.
said, "Love it, family, love. You got any music you want to work on or business? Send it to this email." He's like, "We can talk more there." And he was just, I was blown away that he actually
that's
replied.
so
But I just
wild.
sent a screenshot of Shift, like from Apple Music, and just sent it to him. And then I showed Kevin.
Yeah, that's nuts, dude.
That's his real name, by the way, you guys. We never mentioned that. His name's
Kevin.
Kevin Heller.
Oh, dude, you put my government out there? Nah. Okay, it's okay that you said that, though. Yeah, because people always question me where my name came from. K Hella is just Kevin Heller. Honestly, if you think about it, I'm kind of a ripoff of J. Cole with the name. I didn't even think about it till later because his name's Jermaine Cole, J. Cole.
I was thinking Helen Keller.
Oh, yeah, that's closer. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, no, I didn't even think about the first initial last name trend with rappers until. But I mean, it's the easiest way. And Hella is really NorCal, so it's like a way to kind of wrap me up in this area, but also on myself. So
That makes sense.
yeah, but yeah, the fact that he responded, and then there's this other rapper I listen to, Wax, that I've been listening to for years, and he's like super lyrical, but he's not mainstream at all. And I DM'd him, and he responded. He was like, "Sure, send me some stuff, and we can work." But he never responded, so he probably thinks I'm not that good. I don't know. Or he's just busy. But either way,
he's probably
just
he's just
the
busy.
initiative of sending stuff to people and being like, "This is me. This is what I do."
Yeah.
You're gonna get a response from someone, and even if someone tells you you're trash, at least they responded.
Yeah.
And now you know, like, okay, there's one avenue I can't take, but there's other people who like it too. So actually, the funniest interaction I've had with that is there was like a XXL Twitter thread where it was like, tag your favorite artists or the best artists. Like, so, you know, best is a little more field than your favorite.
Yeah.
And my friends tagged me, and this random kid from Ohio was like, "Fuck that guy, he's trash. I just listened to it."
What?
And so like he started flaming me, like adding me, like, "You suck. I don't even know why you do this. Your friends are giving you false hope and shit." And I was like, "What?" So I was just like, I'm just gonna report this dude and be a dickhead. And he actually got suspended from Twitter. So
What?
I'm not a snitch, but it was hilarious that happened, dude. Like, so I've been trying to like report people a little more when they act stupid. This white girl was saying the N-word a lot on Twitter and getting flamed and like coming at my friend. So I just reported her, and she got suspended for hate speech. It was hilarious. It was a great experience.
Dude, that's hella funny.
I highly recommend it to anyone out there. Report people on Twitter.
Just
Reporting.
report people
Yeah, for sure.
instead of responding.
Yeah, don't respond.
Yeah, I feel that. No, that's hella funny. So, like, who are the people that helped you out the most in the scene aside from like Ostia and all that? Like, do you have any like fans, like mega fans, other than Carlitos, that like that like help you out? And...
I just want to point this out from you saying that like your friends just like your music because of you. I don't really know K Hella that well at all. I probably know you more from you having class with Ryan.
Oh, that's
that
true.
one time.
Yeah, mutual friend.
So any
shout out Ryan.
Yeah,
Shout out
for
Takashi.
For real.
for real. Follow him on Instagram. He's making some good some good shirts and
some
stuff.
merch.
Yeah. But yeah, any vibe I put out there about K Hella is strictly like my musical opinion, because I don't know, maybe it's the hometown vibe, because Elk Grove's not super well known. You know, there's a joke like, "Where are you from?" Elk Grove. Huh? Sacramento. And they're like, "Oh, okay." But I don't know. There's something that I can really grasp onto with your music because it is Elk Grove, and like probably one of my favorite lines is ever since I left Bel Air.
Oh yeah,
Like, Fresh Prince.
On yesterday,
Fresh
right?
Prince, dude. Yeah, I got people who actually worked at Bel Air who were like, dude, why did you say Bel Air in a song? I was like, I don't know, it just happened. Like it was natural.
And just like that takes me back every time to Waterman Square, like the little shopping center, you know. So
anyone who knows of that area of my life, it was like right before shift and stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's, even though it's obviously just for a bar, like feeling like Fresh Prince, but I think the idea of like, when you think of Fresh Prince, you don't really think of the show and all the like trash he went through. You think of like, oh, he's a cool dude. That's what I think of, at least. Like Will Smith. I feel like a cool dude.
And it's something that, like, when people hear the line that don't necessarily know that aspect of your life, they're like, oh, that's pretty clever, you know?
Yeah, but or then, people don't know what Bel Air is and they think I'm talking about, like, Southern California.
Yeah, they think, oh, this guy's from SoCal, okay.
Maybe I'll gain some LA fans.
Maybe. Maybe.
About it.
And then they find out, they're like, oh, yeah.
This guy's a fraud.
That guy's he just worked at the store.
He lives outside of Sacramento in some place called Elk Grove.
Yeah. But to answer your question, so the Weirdos from Sac also, funny connection. One of the dudes from there, his mom worked at Bel Air. That's how I was introduced. But also he was making music with Austie. And then one of the other members used to skate at Wackford in Elk Grove, and I skate as well. So we kind of all were like intertwined without knowing it. But yeah, once I really got into music, they would start listening. And actually, the dude Kneecap from Weirdos is a DJ. He DJs a lot of stuff in Sac. And like he would randomly throw my song Fadeaway in because it's like the only one that bangs kind of with 808s and stuff. And so like seeing Snapchats of my music being played around Sacramento was really cool. And just thinking that he actually at least thought it was cool enough to play, I was like, oh, these guys like at least mess with me. So if there's other artists who like you, then you kind of have like this bond now. It's like, oh, well, we're kind of supporting each other. So even if fans don't like me, we're all fans of each other, right? We could just feed off that energy. So yeah, like Weirdos, Austie, Igwe Aka, you guys have probably heard of him. He has like that really big song, Big Tony Anthem.
Oh yeah,
dude, everyone's doing super good. Like Nate Curry, I don't know him really well, but we bumped into each other at like bars, and the fact that you can just bump into each other and know who you are, like, it's just cool. I don't know,
that is hella cool.
Yeah, so in regards to artists, like Sacramento has a super cool artist community now. Like actually Igwe was just tweeting about it earlier saying like it's crazy how a couple years ago it was a really inclusive area where like you would want to be better than everyone, and now it's like there's probably 20 people who you might have actually heard a song from, and it's all good and we're all fans of each other.
Oh, that's hella cool.
Yeah, it's really cool.
It's more just supportive now, because I know there's some scenes in in certain places where it's like you don't want to help each other out because you're trying to be like the best in the area or something.
Yeah, exactly.
And I feel like it's better for everybody when everyone just works together and just kind of loves each other and helps each other out as much as they can.
Yeah, and also, I mean, I might get crucified for saying this, but I know for a while a lot of the music coming out of like any surrounding Sacramento to the Bay Area was like it either sounded similar to like SOB, RBE, Mozzie, or like I Am Sue and stuff. So just that there's people who are genuinely expressing themselves is like super inspirational. So it's just nuts, dude.
That's really cool. What do you think about the state of like modern rap and hip hop of today? Because I feel like the stuff that you put out and stuff I've heard of yours like is kind of more old school in the way where it's more flowy as opposed to just like spitting like phrases out.
More a lot in depth about who you are as a person, not so much
it's really deep
what you have.
Whereas I feel like the pop rap of today or pop hip hop of today where like, it's like just kind of
I know. Yeah. That's probably one of my favorite songs of yours because it is just you admitting to yourself, I don't know everything that I think I do. And
it's always wild. Room for growth. Dude, it's funny because like I really just write the songs for therapy and they end up being super deep. Like I just wrote a song the other day that was supposed to be like a punchline banger song, and it's probably the deepest song I've ever written. Oh, so, but yeah, in relation to like modern music, I think music itself is in the best state because there's so many creators everywhere of every type of genre, subgenre. You'll have banger rap music, lyrical rap music, like I don't know, anything you could think of, it's there, and there's someone who does it really well, and there's the whole range of people who like might have potential but not be meeting it yet, but you can hear like I kind of get really excited when I hear raw potential in a person. Like even if it's not mixed well, if that artist is doing their best and being genuine, it just super, like, I don't know, it just gets me hyped on music also. But yeah, like in regards to what people talk about and stuff, I think that there's a lot, like, people will want to say, oh, music's trash now because you hear the radio and there's like bangers and stuff. But even like, I've been saying this for years, Swimming Pools by Kendrick Lamar, like that banger, it's one of the deepest like mainstream hits in a long time. And there's a lot of that now. Like, I'm trying to think, like that Joyner Lucas dude.
Oh yeah,
he
Joyner
is like
Lucas is crazy.
He's up on the charts and super lyrical. Like Boogie, he's another person that I listen to a lot. Saba, like lots of modern artists who are just killing it. Like, from the samples they use, the beats they use, the production value. Like, I think music, and especially rap, is in probably one of the best states it's ever been, because there's something for everybody to listen to. Like,
and then there's even like rap that's more infused with like hardcore music and more metal stuff, like Death Grips and stuff.
Dude, people love Death Grips.
Dude, Death Grips is so
even some of
fucking
Denzel.
sick.
Oh yeah, Denzel Curry, dude.
Denzel Curry is insane.
He always has at least one on every album that's just mixed with the like Slayer.
Yeah, and like Jaden Smith too. He does definite crossovers now on his latest album. You guys gotta check it out.
Oh yeah, what's it called? Sayer? Is that
Sire? I think.
That's
the first one's Sire, and he just dropped one called Eris, which is just Sire spelled backwards.
Oh yeah.
So
that's hella cool.
Dropping some wisdom.
Damn.
Yeah. That's hella funny.
Yeah, I'm also like unintentionally very tuned into music. Like when it drops, I like listen to everything. And it's not because I plan on it. I just love music. Like, if I open Twitter and someone dropped a single, I'm gonna go listen to it. That's just, or an album. I don't know.
You're always listening to new stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that across the board music?
Mostly rap, just because that's what I follow on social media, and so I learn about the drops. But like, if there's another genre where artists drop something, I'll go listen to it. Or a lot of my friends listen to non-rap stuff. Really, the reason I mostly listen to rap is because I built my iTunes library based off like rap music. So even when I shuffle, it'll be like 9 out of 10 rap songs, and then one like, I don't know, Fleetwood Mac or something random that I listen to forever. Yeah, you know, like something random. But I do need to like expand my knowledge, because especially when it comes to creating music, if you're listening to non-rap, you either have more samples to pull from or just more inspiration. So. Yeah,
exactly. What non-rap artists kind of like influence you the most when it comes to lyricism? Because I feel like you can be a lyricist and make any kind of music.
Yeah. Man, that's hard to say. Honestly, like, I can't pinpoint an artist, but I'll say pretty much any like funk or soul or R&B artists from like the 70s on, because they're very vulnerable too, especially like I like the slower stuff. Yeah. And so a lot of the lyrics on the slower stuff is either like lovey-dovey or like vulnerable, like in your head type stuff, and that's just what I resonate with, because that's why I think I like J. Cole so much in his early years, because it was always deep thought, like with some soul samples or something like that. Yeah. And like, that's just the type of rap that I like. So naturally I like that music as well. Right, like a lot of times I'll listen to a hip hop song and then go find what they sampled and just listen to that.
Oh, like the first track on Revenge of the Dreamers.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
What was sampled on that one?
I don't know the exact song, but it sounded like Otis Redding.
I haven't looked it up yet, but they always, especially Dreamville, they have a lot of soul samples all the time.
Yeah. And I credit Jay-Z and Kanye for me finding Try a Little Tenderness.
Oh, yeah, dude.
By Otis.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they sampled that. What song was that?
Isn't it just Otis?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just called Otis, yeah.
So I was like, man, what is this in the beginning? Because I like the sample more than I like the song of theirs.
Have you guys seen that music video?
Yeah.
For one of the most iconic videos of all time.
I have not seen it. I don't think... Maybe I have, I can't think of it right now.
So picture Kanye and Jay-Z with girls in a modified sports car with no doors, with flames coming out of the back,
and
like
a giant American flag behind them,
just doing donuts, and rapping.
Really?
Yeah,
that's wild. That sounds cool though. I got love for Kanye though. I love what's that? My Dark Twisted Fantasy.
Beautiful Dark.
Beautiful. Yeah. I love that album, dude.
Dude, you guys gotta watch the documentary on that and 808s and Heartbreaks. Like, I forget which album. I think it was Dark Twisted Fantasies. Yeah. He made all the artists who were involved in that project wear like full suits and go in the studio on like a strict schedule, where they would be like in the studio from this time to this time, take a break and all go get lunch together, still wearing suits and stuff, to like keep themselves in a whole different mind state, you know? And they would like go to different areas. I think they like specifically flew somewhere to work on the album. Yeah, for like a vibe, because he wanted it to be like that menacing vibe that the whole album had. Yeah, I could get talking about that project so much.
I love it. I just love it. I don't even listen to rap that much, but that album is just so fucking good, dude. It's just so good. Like, and then that 30-minute music video for Runaway, is it? Or
I believe so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, dude, it's like amazing. It's just like it's like a short film basically. It's just it's so iconic. I don't know. I'm never able to like gush about that, but I fucking love that so much. I'm just glad I'm with people that appreciate it as well. Okay, so let's see. Let's see how much time we have. Okay. So you said you played guitar?
Yeah, I wasn't super good at it, but I used to play it from when I was like 5 to like 10 a lot, because my dad plays a lot of guitar. My oldest sister is super good at it, like to the point where she does like finger picking.
Oh, she does finger picking.
She's like super talented.
Wow.
But yeah, I used to be into that, and then Guitar Hero came out, and that was like the number one game. Dude, this is a great story. I used to go, like my mom and dad, we would be bored on the weekends, and I would always want to look at the new games. You know, when you're a kid, you want to go through like a store and look at the games. Yeah. That's back when Best Buy used to have Guitar Hero on display, and I would play, and literally people would throw me dollar bills as like tips. Because I would just be on expert, like killing it. Yeah, dude. And then like, people would be like, your kid's really talented. You should have him play a real guitar. And I'm like, dude, this is nowhere similar. Like, some of the songs you play on Guitar Hero are easier on a real guitar than they are on Guitar Hero.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just like frantically flicking your wrist, trying to hit the notes. Yeah, dude. Have you guys ever seen that South Park episode where the dude's playing guitar, like with a Guitar Hero controller? Yeah. He like plays a concert with the controller, and all you hear is like the tick, 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 tick. And then someone's like, "Oh, I love this song." And they're like, they're acting like they know the song. Yeah, but yeah, like that guitar. I had a harmonica for a while, and a box drum or a cajon. I played that at the graduation at PG. Oh, sick. So there's like a video of it, and I'm super. I looked so focused, like just hitting the drum as hard as I can. But yeah, those are the only instruments I ever really played, and then I finally learned how to play piano to make beats on like a keyboard and stuff. Oh, right, right. I'm still working on like chord progressions and everything, because sometimes, like as I mentioned, creating music is like therapy kind of. Oh yeah. You can get lost in a certain sound playing on the piano for like 45 minutes, dude, or like a synthesizer or something. When
it comes to you talk about it being like therapy, and for me with my music it is too, and I focus mostly on just songwriting. That's what is the therapy for me, not so much recording. I fucking hate recording it and actually putting things together and like finding the arrangement and everything. I hate that. But like writing down the lyrics for me is like the best part, and it just like fulfills something deep within me. Yeah. Is that the same for you, or is another part of making the music or like performing, is that more of your thing, or like what's the thing that actually helps you out the most?
When I first started, it was definitely writing, because that's the initial getting it out of your head. So especially if it's something deep, you're getting the thoughts out, and now it's like, okay, it's on the surface. But sometimes when I record, because I've been doing it so much that I started to have my own vibe. Like, so my roommate has a walk-in closet that's not super big, but it's big enough to where when you record, it sounds good and you feel spacious. So I'll like turn the lights off in the closet, put some candles up, just bring some tea or something, and just get super relaxed and just have a fun time. Because like, if you ever look at videos of like people who are in the industry recording, they're just doing whatever, having a good ass time. But when you're a beginning artist, all you're focused on is like, I'm going in this musty ass closet to make a song, or I'm recording in my room, and like, I just need to get this done. So I feel like, especially at the beginning, you add this like unneeded sense of urgency where you kind of suck the fun out of it. So now I enjoy every part of music, whether it's like making the beat or mixing it or like going in and recording. Even though if you follow me on Twitter, I just tweeted I hate mixing like a week ago. But that's really just because when you do everything yourself, including like I'm the rapper and the producer and the mixer or engineer or whatever, it's like, it's so tiring. But also there's a certain part of me where like, if I bring a friend over and record him, I love it, because I'm like in the hot seat, like, oh yeah, I get to do this, and I'm gonna make his voice sound so good. I love every part of it. But just now that I'm more focused on rapping, I wish I could just rap and have someone do the other stuff for me. Like if I had a partner who was down to just, all right, let's take each other to the top, I'll do the engineering, you do the rapping, it'd be amazing.
No,
Don't
I
even
feel
trip, dog.
Are you gonna drop some news on me? Like I'm an engineer.
No, no.
That'd be insane.
I sent you that gif of Rick and Morty.
Oh
When you were
yeah.
hella stressed.
Yeah. That's
Rick
true.
and Morty.
That's probably my favorite one.
Don't even trip, dog.
And then you said you skateboard as well. So like I know there's actually a huge. I mean, it's been this way for a long time, but there's a huge like rap skater scene
For sure.
too in Sac and the surrounding areas and stuff. Like, how much of skate culture is synonymous with like rap culture and stuff? At least from what you've seen.
It's almost entirely parallel in my opinion. Like, cause even not even like outside of Sacramento, LA, New York, it's always like people who skate love hip hop, and people who love hip hop either have appreciation for skating, or it's been around together for so long. Like you're not gonna go to one skate contest or event where they're not playing hip hop.
Oh yeah.
Even if they just play one song, like they might play like let's say you go to a Thrasher event, they're gonna play Slayer and some like metal and stuff. But there's always like hip hop infused with skating, and I think that's why I like it so much because. Before I was even really into rap in like 7th, 8th grade when I skated every day, if you watch a skate video, chances are the song's hip hop. Like Wu-Tang was in the background of so many songs, especially back then.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like they go hand in hand, and that's probably why I'm in love with music so much. Is like even when I wasn't trying to get involved with music, I'd watch a skate video and be like, oh, I know this song. I'm hyped already. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any skaters that were like your favorite when you were more in it? Because I mean. Unless you still skate like pretty heavily right now, like do you have any skaters that
I still skate. I don't watch as much as I used to, but Richie Jackson is super enjoyable to watch. Aaron Hamoki is super cool, and then oh man, I'm blanking, but there was quite a few others. There's this dude who was on, I can't even remember. I think Organica. I can't remember his name right now, but I used to watch his videos all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, those Aaron Hamoki and like Richie Jackson are kind of viral. Like they got popular on social media, but they're just super unique skaters. Like Aaron, I think, has done one of the largest jaws, as they call them. He's done like one of the largest ollies ever, like a 25 stair or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I just like I could watch any skater. Like there's this new dude. Who's always on the barracks, and they have these videos of him where he just skates around with like it's all one take, like there's no second tries, and he just does everything first try over and over again and just kills.
Just a prodigy.
Like, I think his name's Pierre something. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, he's super cool, dude.
That's hella
like,
sick.
Right now, that's my favorite skater for sure.
Yeah, that's hella sick.
Shout out Pierre.
Yeah, dude,
shout out
Pierre.
Pierre.
I could probably find his name, but I'm not even gonna go down that rabbit hole right now.
So like because the two communities like overlap in so many different ways, skating and rap, hip hop, like how has that bred a new like sound? Has that within rap? Are there different influences that weren't there previously that you've seen? Because I know ever since like the 90s, they've been synonymous really, but now with like all these different sounds, a lot of like bangers are more of a thing now and everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Have you noticed anything different?
Yeah, so like 10 years ago, if it was hip hop in a skate video, it was probably some boom bap or like maybe Dipset. There was some Waka Flocka, Rick Ross, I remember specifically.
Yeah.
But like as music's modernized, so is the taste. And since skating is based off the young generation so much, it's pretty much whatever the young generation likes a lot of times. So like if you watch an Instagram video of skating now, since that's it's such a popular form of like getting your skating out now is Instagram montages and stuff, it's probably going to be like the little Uzi or like the modern like distorted bass bangers, because that's what everyone likes. But that's what a lot of the videos have nowadays is like bangers, and then they're just killing it at the same time.
Yeah.
And
that's
I think
cool.
Your shirt kind of is a representation of what
I forgot I was even wearing this shirt today.
Because that was kind of the vibe, is like it went from being weird was just being weird, and then with the addition of hip hop into people having their own personality with skating kind of fused into what the culture is now, and I feel like Odd Future is a pretty good representation of the personality that kind of defines.
For sure.
Definitely.
If you guys ever look up, it's called Deli Status on YouTube. They're like a SoCal skating channel, and they know like Odd Future. So sometimes they'll have videos. They haven't posted in a while, but randomly like Earl or Taco or like Tyler would just pop up in the middle of the video,
really?
and they're just chilling. Yeah, it would be
That's
super
fucking
cool.
crazy.
So yeah, it's funny you're wearing that because that's like a perfect example of how music ties together with skating all the time.
Yeah, I know. They made like their name off of that whole like
exactly
joint, you know, relation with both communities.
Yeah, the cuffed Dickies and like their OF socks and then some Nike SBs.
And then
or
back
Vans.
in like 2013 with the bucket hats and everything.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
The panel hats.
Oh yeah, the five
panels. Now 6 panels are the thing, which is essentially just like a dad hat with a little less structure.
Yeah,
those are like the cleanest hats, dude.
It's it's funny how like the styles have definitely changed since then too, and it doesn't seem that long ago. Like I've had this shirt since like 2013, and I still wear it, and I'm like, oh my god, that was 6 years ago. But it feels just, and then you listen to the songs, and it's like there's still so much relation to them and everything. I don't know. I guess a part of me will always be super angsty and shit, but like, just like Odd Future.
Yeah.
But I mean, it sucks that they broke up and everything. Did you listen to Odd Future back when they were like still hella relevant?
Dude, it was funny. I listened to them like the year before. I'm not even saying that as like a hipster. I really did. No. I genuinely listened to them like a year before they got big, and people used to like make fun of me, like, "What are you listening to?" And then a year later, they blew up, and everywhere you look is like the tie-dye cat shirts with the upside down crosses and shit. Yeah, dude. Like, actually, it's funny to think about skating and fashion too. Like, skating has almost always determined what's cool or been ahead of the trend. Like, if you think about back to when skaters were wearing baggy pants, and then all of a sudden everyone was wearing baggy pants, and then like we started wearing ripped or skinny jeans, everyone was wearing skinny jeans. Yeah. Like, shoot, Dunks are coming back into style. My favorite shoe, SB Dunks. Yeah, they're coming back. Like, yeah, skaters are always on it with fashion. It's crazy. You guys have to pay attention to that. I'm telling you.
One of the best skating hip hop songs, "Kick Push," by Lupe Fiasco.
Of course.
Lupe Fiasco. The Spitfire shirts and SB Dunks.
SB Dunks, dude. Yeah, that line is close to home for sure.
Is Lupe Fiasco a really I've heard this from people. He's a really underrated rapper. Like, even though hella people know him and he had some classics back in the day, like I feel like I've heard he's really underrated.
Yeah, he's like one of the best lyricists, and I relate to him a lot because he is such a deep thinker and like puts so much passion into his work that like sometimes I think you have to make a choice at some point in your career. Am I going to take the route that gets me more fans, or am I going to stay true to myself? Yeah. Like, in fact, him and Wale are very similar in the sense that they're both super talented, but after a while they stopped making what was getting them popular and just made what they like. Yeah. Like, I think Lupe's last album that I listened to was called Tetsuo and Youth or something. Oh, yeah. And that one's so good, but it's just not, no one cares because it's not bangers. It's not like Lasers was a great album because everyone was like, oh, these resonate, and like it's super mainstream sounding, and the engineering is obviously going for what people like. Right. But yeah, like those two dudes. Actually, J. Cole was talking about, he has a song where he wrote about, like, to Wale, like, stop caring so much and stop writing all your songs about what you could be. Like, my music is kind of in that because all my music is talking about what I could be and what I think I can be. But after a while, I'm going to have to change up my subject matter, you know? Like, those two dudes kind of do the same thing where they haven't changed their subject matter, so you just kind of fall off. Like, it's funny how fans are kind of hypocritical. They want you to never change, but if you never change, you're going to fall off. Oh, exactly. Your music's not going to sound any different. Yeah. Yeah, it's wild.
So, sticking with the subject matter topic, like, you don't have to say anything if you don't want to, because I understand there's things that you can't really say because you got to keep things under wraps. But do you have any little hints for the people that have been listening this far as to what type of subject matter is going to be talked about in your next project?
Yeah, I don't really care. I mean, so like it's going to be pretty similar to the last one, but I think you'll see a more carefree, like, because I'm outside of music, I always try and crack jokes, even if I'm not funny. I'm cracking a joke and I'm going to laugh at it. Yeah. And I feel like the last project didn't showcase my personality as much as like some young, hungry backpack rapper, which is accurate. But like on the next project, I'm trying to be more open to, like, I listen to like Chance and stuff and Action Bronson, people who are just hella funny all the time, even in their music. Like, even if it's a serious song, you could tell they're having a good time. And that's kind of what I'm aiming for now, because some of the best music or the best feelings I get from music are when you can tell someone's just being themselves and like catching those candid moments on the microphone. And that's what I've been trying to do more, just be funny and like, because I want to write serious songs, but at the same time, I'm not a hard ass dude. Like, I'm not serious all the time. So for all of my music to be serious is not a good reflection of me, I feel like.
Yeah, I feel that.
Where do your lyrics come from? Like, where do you find inspiration for what you write?
It's hard to say now. So like, between February 1st, 2017 and the beginning of 2018, I recorded at least a 15-minute freestyle in my car every single day. Every single day.
Oh, shit.
And sometimes it would be like an hour or even 2 of straight, like a solid recording with no skipping.
Right.
I would only stop to like eat or take a breath or whatever or drink water. But like, so a lot of times I don't really have inspiration for subject matter. I'll just write like anything. Because like that's the cool thing. So when I originally started rapping was on like an online rap battle site called Freestyle Madness. And you would join like a lobby, kind of like when you used to do chat roulette and find like penises all the
chat
time.
roulette.
Like you would join like Freestyle Madness and you'd be in a lobby with 6 people and you'd get 60 seconds. It would play a random hip hop instrumental and you just rap and try and diss the next person. So that's what I started with. And also things like, this is going to sound hella funny, but like Habbo Hotel, if you guys have ever heard of that, it's like an online game where you just basically have no life and like sit in this chat room and talk to people. That's all you did. But there would be rap battle rooms and I'd be battling on there like text. So everybody would have like an avatar and you'd make fun of like what their person is wearing or what they look like. And so I just kind of got good about like talking about the environment around me and stuff.
Yeah.
So now when I write, it's either influenced by the environment around me or I try and capture a picture of like where I want this song to take you, kind of. If that makes sense.
How does well, obviously practice makes perfect, but what are the tips that you would give somebody that like a kid that's trying to like become a rapper, or like just become better in their ability to come up with quick rhymes really fast? Because you got to be quick.
Yeah, so I mean it depends, because there's some people who don't freestyle at all and are still great at writing. Like I can only, they might say I can only write a song, but it's still going to be good, as good or better than what I could make.
Right.
So it's hard for me to give advice there because everyone's a little different. But I always tell my friends, like, just freestyle all the time. Because even if it doesn't get you better at writing lyrics or get you closer to what you want, it's just going to get you to figure out your vibe and what you like too. So I like literally freestyle so much that sometimes I freestyle better than when I'm in front of a microphone with written material. But part of the like creating will get you nervous is because you see the microphone in front of you and you're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do anymore. You start getting all nervous. But I don't know, just submerge yourself in whatever you're doing and love it. That's my advice, because I used to watch a lot of like Grind Time, King of the Dot, which is rap battling, and like they're super quick-witted, and sometimes they'll even rebuttal based off what the last person said, and they didn't even bring that written. So it's like I like that because it gave me guidance for my rhyme structures and patterns and stuff. But like someone who has a different goal, I couldn't really speak on it. I don't know. But yeah, essentially it all depends on what you're in music for. Are you in it because you want to make bangers and get big? If that's your goal, then it's like, I guess just try and talk about money and bitches as much as you can or something. But for me, it's like I just try and dive as deep as I can into the culture of it so that it's surrounding me at all times. And then naturally I just want to be a part of it.
I feel that. So for me, when I was writing my EP and I was doing all that stuff, like I rewrote none of the songs that I originally wanted to be on my EP made it on. Like I literally rewrote everything in the past like year, and I've been writing music ever since I was like fucking 15. So like looking back on your older songs when you first started writing everything, like what's the biggest thing you've seen yourself progress in or like get better in?
Delivery and confidence. Because like even if it's a deep song where you don't need to sound like you think you're the shit, you have to deliver it in a confident way so that the syllables that are supposed to be emphasized are hitting home,
right? And
like you're conveying a certain either vibe or feeling or something to the listeners. So definitely delivery, because when I listened to what I was making in high school, I used to be super ashamed of like, I have a kind of higher register voice when I rap, and I would try and make it deeper. So it would sound like I was trying to make my voice deeper. And it would just make everything else muddled and like not as good as it could have been.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like the thing about creating any type of art is you're probably also growing as a human at the same time and changing. So like you're going to be really different than what you expect. Yeah, like what I wanted to do back then was just super aggressive, like punchline rap all the time. And then that's why I wanted my voice to be deep, because everyone I listened to had a deep, aggressive, raspy voice. And then as I changed, I was like, oh, I'm really a lighthearted person, so I'm going to be myself and open up my diaphragm and like deliver things differently, because going back to like the lighthearted rappers like Chance and Action and stuff, like their voice, they don't care what it sounds like.
Oh yeah.
There's people who have way higher pitched voices than me, and they still sound super cool. So
yeah, and that's what makes an artist unique too, is accepting what makes you different.
Yeah, the flaws.
And that will get you. That's what will get people to listen to. Is those flaws.
Yeah, not even really.
That's like
flaws.
Vince Staples. I think he's really different, at least to me, because his voice is super super high when he raps.
Yeah, exactly.
Compared to other people, and that kind of standout factor makes me appreciate his work a lot more.
Yeah. Him and Boogie from LA. If you guys have listened to him, he has like a higher pitched voice as well.
Yeah.
Self-Destruction. That's him, right?
I don't know. Maybe. I'm not as much of a diehard fan of him.
Oh, really?
I found out about him by some song. It was like he was on display at a museum, essentially. And like everyone was walking by looking at him like he was a spectacle, but it was really like his everyday life.
Yeah.
So it was kind of saying like people will treat certain groups' lives as like something they can spectate and for amusement, you know. It was mostly about like minorities also, like and how white people like down them.
Those type of messages are really intense, and I know Vince Staples, his music video for Senorita is everything that's happening on the block, and then it kind of pans in, and then you get to a window, and behind that window it's a white family like at a zoo.
Oh, and they're like
an
watching
aquarium,
it.
and they're just looking through the glass at his neighborhood block and all the shit that's going on there.
Dang,
that kind of ties. Sorry, not to cut you off.
No, yeah.
I saw this thing on Twitter the other day. It was like this designer's house, and it was like concrete, like the ceiling was, or the sink was like busted.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be like risque and like rustic and stuff. And like, it's funny how people, when you get so much money, you start to emulate poverty as if it's like a novelty. And that's kind of like similar to that video. Like you're looking at a lower class way of living, like, oh, look at them, haha, that's cool, like Hunger Games almost.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just the disparity between the different groups just grows so much.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, that is interesting. Is there anything? Are you going to tackle any of those type of subjects in your next project or anything like that?
I don't know. I try not to get too deep and like political like that, because people like Immortal Technique, for instance, do that all the time, and it's cool, but like I kind of want to make some solid projects that help gain an audience before I start trying to deliver a deep message.
Gotcha,
you know? Like if you look at the trend of artists who become bigger, their first couple projects aren't usually too deep or spreading messages. It's when I actually have a platform. Like J. Cole started getting super political and stuff as he got bigger, you know? And that would be ideal. Like if I can get to that point, then I'm definitely going to be speaking to the masses about things I care about. Yeah. But as of right now, my focus is just create quality content and talk about whatever's on my mind. So I mean, if I'm thinking about it super hard one day, it might become a song, but it's not like a goal or anything like that.
Well, that's good. Speaking of like just getting bigger and getting more traction and a bigger audience, how big is like, and this might be really boring for some people, but for me and other artists, it's not. How big is like online social media marketing? Like, how big is that for you, and how much time are you spending like doing that and trying to push yourself online as opposed to just like meeting people face to face? Because I know both are very important, which I found out, but you do definitely have to focus online for sure, because everything's going more and more digital nowadays.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? Like how do you navigate that landscape?
Probably not as effectively as I should. Really though, when it comes to music, what I've observed is like visuals are everything. Yeah. So before I promote everything I post, especially like the video you guys saw of the house and everyone like turning up a little bit. Yeah. Like in the music video I made, those get a lot of views because they're something people can just, you know, tap to hear the sound, play it, and then skip to the next post. Yeah. So it's like, I think it's super important, especially like if I have a budget to make a music video for every song on the next project, I'll do it and promote all of it because people are going to like that. But when it comes to like, people think you have to post every day and stay on people's feed, but it's like, I read something recently about this social media influencer. She has like almost 1 million followers. Yeah. And then she put out a clothing line and got like less than 100 sales because it just, who cares? Like, I'm going to like your post because you look good in that lighting and that angle, or that song sounds cool, or the video. But like at the end of the day, followers aren't like if you ever look at your ratios, you might have a bunch of followers and only get 10% of those to like your post, and then only 10% of the ones who liked it are going to buy your product or something like that. So I think it's super important, but it's like unless you really just have to find a lane for yourself before promoting, because you could put a bunch of energy and have great marketing, but if you're not delivering good content, you're still going to flop.
At the end of the day, it's all about the product.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's really true. It even rings true for this podcast, because I have like barely over 100 followers now, which shout out 100 followers. You made it, guys. Thank you for everything. But like I barely have 100 followers on this podcast, but I get about 80 listens per every episode.
Yeah.
So like people are listening that don't even follow the Instagram, that don't even like anything on Facebook, and it's like it's weird. It's hard to kind of gauge where the listens are coming from and everything. But like, so marketing definitely is one of those things where you depending on your product, it's hit or miss for sure, especially online.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think the one thing that's huge that I'm going to start investing in more is like graphic design and like animated videos and like stuff like that. Because for instance, if you have a podcast and you have a 40-second clip that's like super fire and you want to put it on Insta, if you just post a picture with it, people are just going to scroll by.
Yeah.
If you post some sort of animated clip that loops every 12 seconds, you're going to grab their attention. They're going to enjoy that, and they're going to listen to what you're saying.
Exactly.
And if you promote it, it doesn't look like you're just promoting some random picture to accompany it. You're promoting something that relates.
Yeah.
And it catches the eye. So, yeah, I'm trying to focus. Like, I want lyric videos, too. Like, some of the coolest... I think Chance has some. There was actually a really good... I don't know if it was Katy Perry or someone else really mainstream had an amazing lyric video in the last year. And that made me think like, I really need to invest in this, until you realize that depending on what you want, you're looking at multiple thousands of dollars for
and it might Sally, even... Pina Ryan, where you at to help this guy out?
Dude.
For real, dude.
Shout out again to the homie.
Yeah. The graphic design majors.
He could make they both can help us out quite a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that is true. That's definitely an avenue that a lot of people aren't thinking about, is where like if your art is focused on audio, which ours is, you definitely have to have a visual to back that up that is just as interesting, or if not more, than the audio itself to get people pulled in, because people, see shit with their eyes, obviously.
Yeah.
So
because tying back to what you're saying about marketing and like how important social media is, Gary V, his social media is all design, graphic design, and like video editing every day, more content. And that's what people like. They just want, if you're going to be posting content every day, it's got to be something different than the last day.
Yeah.
So that's why eventually posting a really good quality photo of yourself is going to get old to anyone. You know what I mean? So yeah, because I noticed like it's so inconsistent, obviously based off what time of day you post and what you're posting.
Yeah.
Like I'll post a picture of myself and get 300 likes and be like, oh my God, this is a lot. And then I'll post like an even better picture a week later and get 100 and be like, what's happening? Why am I falling apart?
Yeah.
Also, it's crazy to look at people who buy likes. Like I recently found, found this guy, and I don't know if it's legit or not, but his video had like 10,000 views, which he only had 1,000 followers, so he must have promoted it, but it had 12,000 likes. So I was like, can you even like a video without viewing it on Instagram? Because even if you scroll by it, it's considered a view, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So how did that many 2,000 people liked it that didn't view it? It's wild. I might have to get into buying likes.
Dude, I just wonder how much are likes worth though? Like
I don't
how
know.
could you put a price on one like? Like, is it worth like 80 cents?
Yeah,
like,
and that's the thing. Even if you do, so if I'm super wealthy and I buy 50,000 likes, what did I accomplish by buying those likes?
Yeah.
Like someone might go by my page and be like, whoa, he's a credible rapper, and listen to my music because I have that many likes. Maybe that's what they're going for. I don't know.
that is weird.
Yeah.
And it's like, I've always wondered about those services where like you can buy likes. It's like, just because you're buying the likes, does that mean like people are going to get instantly put to your page and they're going to like be interested, or is it just literally they're liking that one post and that's it? Like,
it could possibly help with algorithms, maybe. Like maybe when you have more likes and followers, you show up more. Yeah. I guess that could help. Also, like one thing I could think of is if you're the type of artist who's looking for like a partnership or signing with a label, I'm sure if you buy views and likes and follows, they might think you're more of a fit. I don't know.
That's true. But wouldn't also like it? You'd run the risk of like, if they find out that you bought the likes, it's like, okay, well, your credibility goes down a little bit more in the eyes of everybody else.
Yeah, and you can tell too, like there's people who will have 30,000 followers and post something and get like 500 likes, and you're like, okay, well, this is not organic. There's no way. Why would you have that?
You buy likes from people that, or bots, I should say, because that's essentially what they are.
Yeah, they're just
from
fake accounts.
You'll go
a
find
system that doesn't appreciate the content that you really have.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, you'll go open up if you've ever looked at someone's likes, you'll find those accounts that have like 1 following or like 20 following 1 follower, and you're like, oh, this has got to be a bot. This is like a nobody.
Yeah,
with the Russian
with the Russian symbols and stuff.
As their name.
That's all funny. Have you gotten
a stock photo from Getty Images?
Yeah, of just some random dude. Speaking of like weird stuff online, have you gotten any like? What are some weird interactions with fans that you've had over like the year? I bet you've had a couple, huh?
The funniest thing. So I never believed in like being popular on social media got you girls, but when I dropped Shift, dude, my Twitter DMs were flooded. Like not a lot, but for me, I don't get DMs. No one slides in my DMs, and I'm in a relationship anyways. But like. I got in the first week, I got like 7 DMs from random girls sending me like hard eyes, and they were local, like they were down to kick it, like somewhere like if they weren't in Sac, they were in the surrounding areas, and they were really trying to meet up and like hang out. And I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, why? What do they think I am? Like actual celebrity? It's hecka funny, dude. I don't know.
It's just goes to show you that it's all about presentation, man. Like,
I guess so, dude.
Even if you don't have like that many followers on social media, like if you look. And your video looks like you have like a big budget and you look as good as you can with your budget.
Yeah.
People are going to think that you got it all figured out and made, which is pretty crazy. I bet your girlfriend wasn't too happy about that though, huh?
Dude, my girl doesn't care because like we trust each other so much.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Like it's just to the point where I kind of get excited when a dude hits on her because I'm like, oh, she's about to curve him hella hard and I'm going to watch. You know what I mean? So she's the same like, she knows what I was doing with one of the girls. I can't hang out outside. I'm allergic to the sun. I just said super dumb stuff like that. And she was like, really? You're allergic to the sun? Yeah, sorry, I have a lot of conditions. She's like, I'm willing to accommodate and all this stuff. Like, I just start playing games with them because it's like, I'm never going to hang out with them. Yeah. My girl knows that. So,
yeah, of course not.
Yeah, I just get super dumb and then eventually block them or something.
Oh, yeah. It's just all about fun.
Yeah.
Has that happened like
yeah, you can report them. Yeah. Exactly.
Has that happened like out when you're playing a show too, or has it just been online?
I wouldn't say it's happened. Like there were a couple times I was out at a bar or something and some girl was like talking to me a little more than the other people because I make music, but I don't think it was anything other than just like sometimes you kind of just cling to artists because you know that the type of person to put their stuff out there is willing to like interact, you know what I mean? Yeah. But now, other than that, not really. It's just been social media because also people are the most ballsy on social media. So
yeah, they're willing to do anything.
Yeah, like I received this DM of this girl who told me I was attractive, and I was like, I have a girlfriend. She was like, I don't care, and I was like, oh shit, all right,
reported.
Reported, dude.
Blocked
ASAP.
Yeah, if you're not gonna respect that, man, like what the fuck?
Yeah, it's wild. Like I've seen some celebrities recently where. Like, they'll be caught in public with their lady, and then, like, the person will ask them for a picture but not say hi to, like, their girl. And there was this big stink.
Oh,
like,
Mick Jenkins.
Yeah, like, that, and there was the Earl Sweatshirt thing where he hit the camera out of the fan's hands.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't
and,
hear
like,
about that.
Yeah, it's because they're not respecting them as a human first. Like, if I'm with people around me and you come up to me and pull me away from them, like, what if I was mid-conversation or this is, like, my child's mother or something, and you're just disregarding their existence? I would not be very happy to take a picture. I don't know.
You gotta just have basic, social respect for everybody in the situation. Exactly. Yeah, that is pretty stupid. Let's see.
You like Mick Jenkins?
Dude, I love The Waters. That was
The Waters.
My senior year. I listened to that every day.
I still listen to that.
That and what project was I listening to? Oh my gosh, I can't remember right now.
Is it the new one?
No, dude.
Pieces of a Man.
It was my senior year. There was some project I listened to like every single day, but now I can't remember.
Was it the orange and white?
No, it wasn't a Mick Jenkins project.
Were you class of 2014?
Yeah. I've been out for 5 years now.
Oh, I feel that.
Crazy, dude.
It is crazy. I mean, I've only been out for 4, but still, it's like, what the fuck?
I feel like Mick Jenkins is super underrated.
Yeah, he's definitely slept on. But also his last project, what was it? The Heart or something like that?
Pieces of a Man, right?
Yeah, Pieces of the Mirror one. Dude. That is like one of the best projects, but no one's ever really gonna mess with it like that.
Really?
Kind of sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, I've never even heard of him up until
It's
this
good.
point.
It's good. He
What-
has
What type of like rap hip hop is he?
It's more soft sometimes.
Yeah.
Until you get to Jerome on the Waters, and then him and Joey Badass just kind of blow it up.
Oh,
Yeah.
Joey Badass is on that.
It's hard to say, dude. He's in his own lane. Like that fool is.
He's super lyrical though.
Yeah. Like all his projects are concepts, like from start to finish.
Yeah, that's really
He
cool.
loves water.
I love concept albums.
That's a big thing. Like every song, something about water.
Yeah, for real.
He loves
Drinking
water.
Literally. Yeah.
Like
I mean, hey, every artist has their thing.
water and like the Canadian dish poutine.
Oh yeah, I haven't had that.
Really, me either. I heard it's really good though.
Yeah, I guess it's like some extreme version of biscuits and gravy or something like that.
Interesting. I love biscuits and gravy.
I do
By
too.
the way, that's
Yeah.
like one of my favorite
breakfast
foods.
foods.
Oh, dude.
Favorite foods. I'll eat it for lunch, dinner. I don't care. I'll eat biscuits and gravy.
Yeah,
is
no matter what
insane.
breakfast place I go to, biscuits and gravy.
Let me put it in perspective. I can eat cold biscuits and gravy and still enjoy it.
Whoa.
Yikes!
Yeah, that's kind of
Big
crazy.
Yikes! That is wild.
Because my microwave was broken at one point, but I
Uh-huh.
had leftover biscuits and gravy, and I was like, I have to eat this. I have to
He
eat it.
went for it.
Yep, and I did it.
Damn.
I do regret it a little bit, but
Do you?
it happened, and it's over.
Yeah.
Thick gravy.
For real.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no.
Just cold fucking gravy, dog. Like what?
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
can't.
to each their own though.
I can't find. I was trying to find the freaking project I was listening to a lot. I can't find it, but I will say 2088. Did you guys ever listen to them? Big Sean and Janae Aiko.
Oh,
Dude.
I think they came on my Pandora a couple times.
Such a good project, dude. That was my senior year.
Really?
Yeah, a lot of my senior year. And then my favorite album of all time is Blonde by Frank Ocean. Just wanted to put that.
Really?
out there.
You're a blonde stan?
Yeah, dude.
Oh shit!
Huge.
I have not met many of those. A lot of people don't
Huge.
like that album.
Dude, I think so. I used to think it was because I went through a breakup the week before it came out, and it's a breakup album. But I just like the melodies and like the rawness. Like sometimes Frank intentionally goes off key or off tone to like just hit your ear different. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's a word for it, but he does it so much, and like I just feel everything that he makes on that album. Like I love Channel Orange and stuff. Don't get me wrong, but that album is like. I could sing my guts out and not even know how to sing a note and sound like shit in front of everyone I know and still not care with that project because it's so good. I love that.
Is that like your favorite album of all time?
Definitely.
Really?
Especially a solo
What?
Dude,
reprise
look,
because
that's so
Andre 3000
crazy.
came out of
Dude, solo.
shadows for
Yeah.
that.
That song is crazy. Look, I'm not even lying either. I'll show you my top 25 songs on Apple Music, and every single song on the album is there. Not lying.
Oh shit! Yeah.
For those who can't see
He's
it.
not lying, folks.
Yeah.
It is the truth.
For real. That and then Saba's Bucket List Project is like one of my favorite albums as well.
That's fucking cool. Yeah, I listened to Blonde when it first came out. I remember I first listened to the Anthony Fantano review,
Oh yeah.
and then I was like, okay, I'll check it out. I got love for Frank Ocean, obviously, and so I was like, okay, and I just remember thinking like, is anybody, not in a mean way, but just like, is anyone really gonna like this? Like the target audience of his like previous album. Like, it's so different from that, in my opinion, where it's like, it's so much more experimental.
And that's like what Kevin was saying is he went with something that he wanted to do and
I have kind of like J. Cole and Chance do it a lot where they
Yeah.
sing in the register of their voice where it sounds good still, like it's
Yeah.
still kind of singing.
They don't
it's like
I'm
Mac
gonna-
Miller.
Yeah, Mac. Oh my god, dude.
Dude.
Oh, we could talk about Mac Miller.
Swimming, dog. It's crazy because I fell in love with Mac a month before he passed away. Like I loved all his projects, but
What?
swimming was like swimming was the first time that I like looked up every interview of his, and I was going through watching his rhythm roulettes, like doing everything.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is one of my favorite artists now. And then he just randomly passes, dude. That was the only celebrity death that ever genuinely made me like.
fuck
It
with you.
felt like a family death, dude.
Yeah.
Like everyone in my house was like sad, and I did not want to talk to people, and it was like this is hard to deal with. It's crazy.
No, it hit a lot of people really hard. I mean, I didn't even really listen to Mac Miller, but I know that he was like a really good dude. His music that I listened to of his was really fucking good too.
Yeah.
It's crazy because Swimming sounds like an album of someone who knew they were gonna die almost.
Yeah,
it's
especially
weird. I don't need to cry no more. Is that the one you're thinking of, the piano one? I don't know. There's a song that it's like kind of like how people reference Tupac songs all the time because he's talking about how he like very reflective on life and he might die soon. Like that's what that one felt like. There was even a line on it about like not wanting to die or something like that. It's like, dude,
that is weird.
Yeah, that shit hits home.
Yeah, rest in peace, Mac, man.
For real.
Yeah, no, he that one. I mean, it goes viral all the time.
Oh yeah, exactly. Is that the?
That's
I got neighbors that look like strangers. We could be
friends.
friends, dude.
Yeah,
that song is crazy.
It goes viral all the time, but that one song that he did on Tiny Music Desk and NPR.
1993. Is that the one, or am I thinking of, or what is that song?
Yeah,
called?
I think it was 1990 something.
Hold on, because now I'm gonna sound like a fake fan if I say the wrong song.
I just got super sad.
Yeah,
one of the best lines from that song. He says,
2009.
Yeah,
who was I thinking of that has a 1993?
Maybe it was
1999.
That's
off Revenge of the Dreamers.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay, I have an excuse for it then. All right. Yeah, 2009.
But one of Mac's best lines off "Come Back to Earth" was, "And what I won't tell you, I'll probably never even tell myself."
Bro.
And I feel like when, especially for you guys, like I write poems just to get my feelings out of the way, you know.
Yeah.
But especially for artists that are actually being productive with what they write, I feel like that stands true to you guys because it's not something that you will just kind of talk to yourself about. Like you'll never express that. So when you guys do write, and I feel like that's why I could appreciate, especially your guys' music from people that I know, and from like the local feelings about that.
Yeah,
like those are the type of things that really get me, you know.
Just like hearing what that person actually thinks.
Yeah, because you're just admitting to yourself the feelings that you couldn't do that like otherwise, you know.
Yeah, shit, dude. Yeah, that's very true. Especially with the EP that's coming out for me, like
because it's like you're not gonna just sit around and be sad because it's a waste of time. But when you make the music about the fact that you have felt sad,
you allow yourself to feel all those things.
Yeah, and you just create something positive out of a negative feeling.
Yeah,
you know?
No, that's exactly it. Do you when you were writing your stuff from Shift? Was that kind of a thing too, where you allowed yourself to feel things that you kind of like blocked away in order to write the things that you're writing, or you kind of just...
for sure. Yeah, there's a song. So I wrote this one song like a week after I went through the only breakup I've ever went through in 2016, and it's like some of the best material, but it wasn't like there were some parts I needed to revise. I didn't end up using it, but I took myself back to that point just to write it more effectively.
Yeah,
but yeah, a lot of times like. Most of the music that I make, I'll try and put myself in the position of maybe, okay, I felt this way, but I'm a person looking at me feeling this way.
Yeah.
And what am I describing and what can I see? Because that's the most relatable too. Like
a
lot of the lines that I had to revise were ones where I was talking about I felt this way because of rap. And less people are going to relate to it because my passion is rap and what I care about is rap. But really what I'm feeling is I'm feeling sad or I'm feeling like, you know, deprived of this or whatever.
Right.
So I would often have to take out something about rap and replace it with like the world around me or school because everyone's in it or work, you know. And then it's like a really relatable line and then boom, it's going to hit home.
Nice. Yeah, that is, dude, I found myself doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like you can get... At least I can get really too emotional when I start writing, where I like kind of, if I'm too in a situation, I have to wait until I'm kind of outside of it and I've reflected on it and then I can go for it.
Yeah.
It's more refined that way.
Yeah. And that's just a trait of becoming a good songwriter is like, instead of just me, what is the feeling I'm feeling? And when most people feel that feeling, what would they describe it as? And if you can hit that, then everyone who hears that is going to be like, this line on that song made me feel this way, and that's exactly what I wanted.
Exactly.
Boom.
Yeah.
Because like there's some songs I haven't released, but I'll either play them live. Like I have this one called "Watching Me," which I don't know if I can drop because I don't think I can clear the sample.
Oh.
But it's like my deepest song, and it was the first song I ever did like a singing type hook, like Mac and stuff. And it's just everyone tells me it's their favorite song of mine, even though I haven't put it out.
I have a story.
I'll let you guys hear it.
Okay.
So I'm working at Instagram and Kevin comes in, he's like, yeah, dude, I'm dropping my project, but there's a song on there, and I don't know, like, dude, if I get sued, I'm gonna like I'll be broke forever.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, what song are you talking about? And then it comes out and it's Yesterday.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Such a notorious sample.
Yeah.
But I found out later that when you're a nobody like me, you can't really
Yeah.
get sued until you
Yeah.
hit like 100,000 plays. So
Yeah.
there's some artists that make their living off music and get enough plays to do that and still don't clear their samples. So it just, as long as you don't have a hit on your hands, you're pretty much good from what I've been told.
Okay.
But the problem arises when 2 projects from now I blow up and I forget that Shipped is on Spotify or
Oh,
something,
yeah.
and then they're like, what's all these songs that you didn't clear anything? I tried to
Yeah.
clear every sample. It's so much harder than you think, because there's a huge public library of songs where you
Yeah.
can find like what company published it and who copyrighted. You might have to write a letter to them, you might have to mail, or they might have
Yeah.
like, here's a button you can click the checkbox and it's this one-time fee and you
Yeah.
cleared it. But it's so hard, dude. And like,
Through like BMI and all that, right?
yeah, like actually the Yesterday song I sampled, I posted on my story yesterday.
I saw that.
The Silvers are a great group, and their version of Yesterday is better than the Beatles in my opinion. I know
Really?
that's a crazy statement, but
Yeah.
it sounds so
I can't
good.
agree.
And I couldn't find it anywhere, dude. I couldn't even find what company like published it. I looked for, because I was thinking if I only clear one sample, I need to clear this one because it's the best one on the project.
Right.
And so if I took everything else off Spotify from Shift and left Yesterday, it'd still be good for me in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find it, so yeah.
What?
Hold on.
You'll be fine, man.
Yeah, eventually.
DM him direct.
Yeah, just like he did with Little B.
They're all like 70 now. They probably don't even use Instagram.
Are you talking about Paul McCartney?
The Silvers.
No, the
oh,
Silver.
okay,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Because that's the problem too. Like, I didn't know if the Silvers licensed to use that song because it came out in '73. Do you guys know what year Yesterday came out from the Beatles?
Yesterday, that was 69.
60s. Right?
Okay, so
69.
it was a cover.
Yeah.
So yeah, see, like, what if they licensed it from the Beatles? So I would still have. Do I still go through them, or do I go through the group who
Did
the
with the
actual
Beatles? Yeah.
that I actually
DM
sampled?
Paul McCartney and say I have 10 bucks that I will Venmo you right now for using this song
Yeah, dude.
that other people sang.
That is a really interesting like problem to have because when you're sampling a cover, that is weird. I don't
Yeah.
know.
So what was the sample that you used on the other song?
Which one?
If you want to say. The one that you can't get cleared for sure.
I don't even know what it's called. It's by some group called like Coco Roco or something. Super good group, by the way. But yeah, I sampled like I didn't even change the pitch or tempo or anything. It's just it's to the point where if you Shazam the song that I'm singing, the original comes up. That's how obvious the sample is. So
Oh
yeah, I might just drop it on SoundCloud or something for fun and let
Yeah.
people hear it. But
That's the
yeah.
thing. If as long as you don't make money off it, there's nothing they can say.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so-
I mean, they could still take it down. Like, if you don't have a license to use it on SoundCloud.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because, I mean, I rapped over, like, a Ninth Wonder beat or something at one point, and it still took it down because it was, like, not my
Did you
property.
put in the description, I do not own the rights to this song?
Yeah, that shit does not work.
No,
dude.
he really doesn't.
I used to do that all the time, bro. Like, I would put a beat up, and then, like, it would include a sample, and, like, I don't own the rights to this, and it'd still get taken down.
Yeah.
So.
That's
Damn.
hella funny. Yeah, well, I just want you to know that if you ever hear anything of mine that you want to sample, just go for it. You have my permission. Just
Hell
do
yeah.
it.
Thank
There we
you.
go.
Yeah, of
He
course.
has a nice instrumental
Dude, I'm
that he
gonna...
dropped.
Yeah.
I need to dive into your music. There's a lot of people where I'll listen to one or two songs, but I'm just so preoccupied.
Oh, I
I'm
totally understand, yeah.
I'm such a bad person when it comes to like time management. That's the one thing that I think will separate me from like succeeding in music and not is like I could have all day to respond to someone's text and forget, or
Yeah.
like I can get sent a song and not listen, or like I could take 7 hours on making my own song and still hate it. Like.
Yeah.
When in reality, there's so many different ways to approach things where I could have done that in 5 minutes, and now I have the rest of my 23 and 55 minute.
Oh yeah,
you know.
I totally feel that. But that's a problem that you recognize. So that's the first step of like correcting the problem. Is if you recognize it, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
So-
Welcome to Alcoholic
Yeah.
Anonymous.
Step
Exactly.
one, admitting you have a problem.
Dude, for real, man. Fuck. But yeah, no, yeah, that happy hour. It's funny because happy hour isn't even an instrumental. Like I'm singing on it, but you just can't really hear it.
Really?
It's in the background. You got to listen a little deeper.
I know. I'll
on
throw
all
the
the-
I'll throw the
mixing.
Bose headphones on and
There you go.
Elite
crank it up a little
engineering.
bit.
That's how you
For
do
real.
it.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's all about just turning the volume knob down. But yeah.
Hey.
So is there any estimation on when the next album's gonna be out? Anything you can hint at for the good folks?
Probably like, so I'm trying to do a show around Halloween time.
Sick.
That's all I'm going to say.
Spooky
and I
season.
want to have more music out by then. So
Okay.
if I don't have enough content for a full project, I'll probably try and do a short EP or something.
Sick.
So I give more. And like I think if I do an EP, I'm going to try and roll it out with like the best marketing I can. So like merch, aesthetics, maybe even a website, videos. Like I want to create a whole vibe, you know, because that's what really succeeds and hits home with people.
Exactly.
Like, if you guys remember when what's
it's gotta be cohesive.
Yeah, what's the Tyler album? Is it Wolf, where he's on the cover with a bike?
Yeah, that's Wolf.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
At that time, his website was that theme. It was like a campground. You would scroll through it and it'd be like, you know, it just creates a whole vibe. And like that would be the ultimate goal, because I know people who create websites and graphic design and edit video. So it's like, if I could just make a collaborative effort to do everything right, I don't care if it's 4 songs, 3 songs, if it's just pushed and they're really good songs, I'm fine with that. But I really want to make like a 12, 13 song project with maybe skits, but like 12, 13 plus skits, you know, it's like a full body of work, because even Shift was really short. It was like 28 minutes.
Right. That's what people don't really think about, that don't make music and don't put it out there, is that like there's a lot more that goes into the music and promotion than just the music itself. Like you have to create this whole image for that project. You have to tailor every post for that project too. You got to make sure all the colors are right and cohesive across that, because you want to make the aesthetic as cohesive as possible.
And talking about Shift, tell Marco why you picked those colors.
Oh yeah, dude, I like lemonade.
Really?
Yeah, that's it.
Dude!
The cover is yellow and pink and black, but yeah, yellow and pink because I like lemonade. That's it, dude.
You took that picture in your backyard, right?
Yeah, not a lot of people know, but the Shift cover is just the tree lining behind my parents' house that I grew up at.
Oh.
It's just like, I just color overlaid it in Photoshop and called it a day. And the cool part
That's hella cool.
Yeah, I made it in like 5 minutes, and the word shift, how I moved the T down for like the actual shift, you know?
Yeah.
Wasn't even my idea. It was like at the tail end of a kickback with all my friends, and people were starting to leave, and I had the word shift there, and this guy was like, dude, you should shift the T down, like the word. I was like, what the hell? Okay. And it looked hella good, and I was like, damn.
That's sick.
Yeah, sometimes
shout out to that guy, man.
Bro, sometimes people who don't even make like art are the ones who have the most unique ideas, you know, because they'll look at it from a totally different perspective. Or they're people who need to get into art that just haven't done it yet.
Yeah. That is hella crazy.
Also, shout out to your mom.
What you do?
No, like over spring break.
What didn't she do?
Over spring break.
Shout out my mom, bro. We got beef now.
Over spring break, Poen was home, and he was like, yeah, dude, I went to this optometrist, and the reception lady was like, oh, do you like hip-hop music? Like, my son makes music, you should check him out.
My mom is my biggest advocate.
So Poen's telling me the story, and without him even telling me a name, and I didn't know your mom worked there at all. I'm just like, okay, hella? Just fucking around, and he's like, yeah, bro, how'd you know that? I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, dude, my mom.
I was like, that's legit.
No, that's hella funny. Yeah, your parents, dude, it's, oh my god, that's how my parents are too. Yeah, that's hella cool. Man.
And I definitely think a big part of marketing for music is the people that you do know, all your friends.
Yeah.
Having them as a fan base to post like, hey, this is what's happening.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
This is what's going on.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
Because with the podcast that I did with Jake and Poen, that's all I was doing for like the week leading up to it. Was
posting it.
Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, telling people at work like, hey, my friend has a podcast, we're going to be on it. And that's what I was doing with your music.
Yeah.
And even now, like, I just found the music video for yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I was like, how did I just
great video,
find
I
this?
fucking love that video.
Dude, I'm so stiff in that video, but I kind of like it because any video that comes after that, I'm going to be more comfortable.
Yeah.
So, but also at that time, I hadn't performed that much in front of people either, so I was just stiff no matter what. But now, I'm excited for the next video because I'm going to look a lot more natural. Like, I was hella awkward in that video.
In the next video, you should walk back across the street while putting your shirt on.
Oh, yeah.
And then that's how
that would be hella sick, yeah.
That'd be sick, actually.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. Or even like shortly after, like you're running through that little plaza across, and then like you're putting it on your shirt again, because like it fades out with you like running across with the shirt off already. So if you're like mid street putting on the shirt, it'd be like,
dang, wear the same outfit.
Yeah,
that'd be kind of sick actually.
Or throw the old shirt away, and then somebody just throws you a new shirt.
Dude, I was gonna say like a shirt pops into the frame and I catch it and put it on. That'd be pretty cool.
That'd be hella sick.
Yeah, for a while that K hat that I had that I was wearing, I wanted that to be my staple, kind of like how Chance and like some other people.
The 3.
Well, Chance had the socks hat before that, and that was like his way of repping like where he was from. But I just thought like this is a really cool K, and like even though it's kind of corny to wear like my name so to speak on my hat, I just thought it was cool. Yeah. But But that snapback is like the worst fit. And like, if you guys have ever seen a structured snapback where the front is like coned out super far, it just looks obnoxious from any angle other than straight like a front like headshot. So yeah, I just looked super awkward.
You
with
just
that
retired
hat.
it.
Yeah, I was like, I can't wear this anymore. But I bought 3 of the same hat, so that way I could like wear it outside and get it all dirty and have a clean one at home still.
That's cool.
So yeah, I have like 3 of those hats.
Dang. Is there anything else you're gonna maybe experiment with wearing in the future?
Beanies are my thing now. I found this site that sells every color of beanie, and they fit my head really well. So I'm going to get the whole palette and just wear them all the time.
Sick.
Because it's funny, I realize if you're not wearing the beanie over your ears, it doesn't get your head, it gets your head as hot as a hat, really.
Yeah.
So you can wear the beanie in super hot weather, and people are going to look at you like you're a dumbass. But really, I'm just swagging, and I'm so it doesn't even matter.
Oh, yeah. I definitely know a thing or two about beanies.
Yeah, dude.
He does.
I used to wear beanies all the time,
Yeah,
even
bro.
in the summer. Like, I would just wear
black beanie.
The black beanie. I had a gray beanie like that, yeah.
And the cool thing about beanies is like you can get pins and put them on there, and like so especially if I have every color, like I could just have hella different pins to put on my beanies. And like, and I think it's cool because not a lot of rappers wear beanies, but like I think if I was to wear bright colors and they go with my fit, it'll be like a part of me. Yeah, because that's how I am outside of music. Like I've always thought about. Actually, one thing that Russ said is like people don't buy the music, they buy the brand.
Yes.
Which even though he's a very disputed upon person right now on social media, that's a great statement.
That is very
like,
true.
If you have a consistent image of yourself, then it's like it's going to resonate well. So I wanted it to be what I wear on an everyday basis, which is like probably Dunks or some form of sneaker, a beanie, and just a cool shirt, which right now I'm wearing 2002 Sacramento Kings flipping off the camera.
Shout out.
Nice. One of my favorite pictures of all time.
That is a super
real
fucking
skater vibes
awesome.
for sure.
Yeah, dude. I didn't even plan on wearing this today, but it's just such a cool shirt.
No, that's a really sick shirt. I was looking at it as you're walking up. I was like, dang, okay, this is gonna be a good podcast if he's wearing that shirt.
Oh, dude, for real. I'm also super salty because when I was younger, that's back when the Kings were like the loudest arena in the NBA.
Oh,
you know?
yeah.
My mom would never let me go to a game because she thought it was unsafe for a child, and so I never got to see the Kings in their prime. But we might be heading back to a prime. Who knows?
Do you watch basketball?
I followed the Kings for the last few years, but now, like, since the league is so competitive again and it's more balanced, I'm probably going to follow it this year. Super tough. I followed the finals last year, which was cool because I wanted to see Damian Lillard get a ring, but he didn't. But it was still, it was really
Shout out
amazing.
Oakland.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, no. What do you think about Damian Lillard's ability to spit fire?
Dame Dollar is fire, and his songs with Lil Wayne are my favorite because Lil Wayne is in my top 5 of all time too. So, yeah.
That's hella cool. So what do you think about the Kings this season? What do you think they're going to do? How do you think they're going to fare in the West?
Dude, we look good. We look like a really good young team. Like the Warriors were a good young team before they bloomed, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
And like that's why all their cap space was so open because these stars weren't stars yet and they're getting low money on their contract.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like we have a lot of room to do something like that too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like the Wolves just because I love Derrick Rose.
Oh.
But I think he's getting traded anyways.
I think he signed with the Pistons.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I'll probably just honestly, if it's not the Kings, I'm just gonna bandwagon wherever he is because he's one of my favorite players.
Derrick Rose, like when he won Rookie of the Year and MVP, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what era of his career, like it sucks to see someone with so much potential get hurt, obviously, as many times as he has, but it's cool to see him playing like a vet now and he's still getting buckets. Like, I just like that. Like, who doesn't love the comeback story, you know?
Oh, yeah. Like, I remember on Halloween last year when he dropped 53 or something and like he started crying. Oh, dude. I felt so bad because when I was younger, I'm a Celtics fan. Yeah. And so, like, the Celtics and the Bulls would always battle.
Of course, yeah.
And so, like...
Noah and Garnett, for instance, that rivalry.
Oh, my God, dude. It was insane. And, like, I would always get happy when he would get hurt, but I was, like, 13.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was, like, 13. You know, I was an immature little fuck. And, like, now I look back, I'm like, I feel so bad that I was, like, celebrating him getting hurt because he was that good where he would just determine a series. And it's like, man, I kind of wish I could go back in time and like change it so he didn't get hurt because who knows what would happen. But,
yeah, what was happening this finals when people were getting hurt and they were cheering? It was someone on the Raptors got hurt and then all the Warriors fans cheered.
Really?
Or no, someone on the Warriors got hurt.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah, and all the Raptors fans were cheering.
Yeah,
and so I remember on social media. No, but see, the thing is, look, people were cheering, right? Mm-hmm. And on Twitter, all the fans were like, "That's so disrespectful," blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But Warriors, a couple years ago when they were with the Cavs, they did the same thing. When someone on the Cavs got hurt, I can't remember who it was, but they were cheering that on. So it's like, honestly, I think it's disgusting. But at the same time, you trash talk for a reason, right? Mm-hmm. So it's kind of just like another element of trash talk. Obviously, it's way more disrespectful to be like, haha, you just broke his leg. But like at the same time, at the end of the day, as long as hopefully that person's career isn't ruined by the injury, then it's like, whatever, dude.
Yeah. And another thing that happened with the Warriors, too, is when 2 years ago, I think, they played San Antonio in the first round, when Kawhi Leonard got hurt, they were cheering, and they were like cheering on Zaza Pachulia to be a fucking goon.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that pissed me off so much.
Good example.
Yeah. No, it's going to be a very interesting NBA season. I'm very excited about it. What about NFL? Do you follow football?
I don't follow anything but basketball and skateboarding. Yeah,
skateboarding.
Pretty much.
That's cool. I just got to say, since we're talking about skateboarding, I haven't been able to talk about skateboarding this entire podcast, in the run of this podcast. But Chris Cole is a god. Love that guy.
For sure.
I fucking love that guy.
Nyjah just won Athlete of the Year, Male Athlete of the Year.
Oh, really?
Like, not even just skating, like, Athlete of the Year.
Holy shit.
I'm pretty sure, I think, yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, he's been killing it forever since he had dreads down to his ankles. So, yeah, he's gnarly, dude.
That's
like, he'll post random videos on social media doing, like, a first try line. Like, he skated throughout Hollywood where he was doing, like, crazy shit. And just all of it first try solid. Killing it, and he gets gold medals, and like he's gotten a gold in every competition. I think, like, he deserves it for sure.
That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. Well, let's see. I think we're about at the time. I think it's about that time.
It's good.
I think it's about that time. So
it's been a fun time.
It's been a fun hour and a half, and
it's been that long.
It's been an hour and a half, dude. Woo! Everybody says that when they come on,
flies,
they just don't even know.
Yeah. It's 3 p.m.
Let me see. So. Thank you guys for listening. I will be on Friday. I'll be talking about, not sure yet, probably maybe telling a story from my time in San Francisco or something, just because, like, why not? Next week we have my old manager, Aaron AA Alvis, talking about his time in the military, in the Navy, and his time dirt biking and being a dirt biking fiend. It's going to be a fun time. And make sure to follow us on @The Closers Podcast on Instagram, @Closers Podcast on Facebook. The Twitter's coming soon. YouTube page is coming soon because we're doing a couple live streams in August. Be sure to follow also Khella @Khella, right?
Khella IG or Khella TW, depending on which, Twitter, Instagram.
Sick. There you go.
Follow Carlitos.
And Carlitos too. What's yours, Carlitos?
Young_Litos.
On what? On both?
On Instagram, Young Carl on Twitter.
Okay,
Don't follow me.
Don't follow you?
I don't put out good content.
Just follow him if you want to like laugh a couple times.
You should follow me because I will publicize these guys until I die.
Respect.
Yeah, very
Hella's my anthem on Tinder.
Oh yeah, that's
really?
Right.
Yeah.
He sent me a screenshot of that. And by the way, I'm sure I'll be back. So if you guys think I was annoying today, let me know. I'll come back with a new approach to the podcast life.
He will definitely be back. Ostie A is going to be on. The good homie
the
is
26th
at the 26th of August. He
I'm
will
ready.
be on here. So if you liked this conversation, be sure to follow and listen to that one because it will be probably very similar to that. We're going to go into some other topics too that I have planned. So be sure to follow for that. Stay tuned for the next one. Thank you guys very much. Love you all. Take care now.